Hello everyone, this is Ether Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. So I was planning to finish off the tap battles season, I guess you want to call it, after reset, but I figured might as well do it now while I'm already recording. So it's time to talk about Leaf and the Legendary Heroes banner. So I guess before we get to Leaf, I'll just start off with, I was originally planning to summon on the upcoming Legendary Heroes banner, because, well, it has Legendary Azura on it. I already have her at +5, so getting her to +10 is a pretty big priority in terms of scoring. But other than that, like, just having her in general at +10 will be useful in terms of have extra stats. I don't know what I was doing there, but unfortunately, she's paired up with Legendary Lucina, who I wouldn't mind getting a single merge, but after that it would get a little iffy, so I feel like it wouldn't be worth it. And Spring Marissa, who for me would pretty much just be more hero merit, because she doesn't have that much fodder. There's like Flyer Guidance and I think Speed Defense Link, and I don't even remember her weapon. So, not the greatest option for me, so I'm just gonna skip. So we are looking to have a decent amount of orbs if we ever get a good value banner for dual rallies or just in general 400 SP assists. Oh my gosh, this is so slow to me for some reason that I'm tapping too fast. So yeah, we'll just be stockpiling some more orbs. I don't know for how long. At some point I do want to get Legendary Elwood too, but I just don't know how I want to go about doing things. I was thinking about making a +10 Sothis, but like practically speaking, I don't think I would get much mileage out of her in terms of usage other than Ether Raid's defense, because on offense she doesn't boost your lift gain, and in arena and such you can't give her a blessing. She scores decently, of course, but of course she's also pretty fast and has Sirius and whatnot, so I'm not too convinced it would be a good idea to invest into her. Of course, if I somehow got 2 +10 Sothises over the span of a super long time, then I'd be able to have the Whale Dark Blessing defense where you just get 1 kill and you get -0 on defense. But honestly, right now, just having a maximum of -40 on defense during dark seasons is already nice enough. So, especially when there's ladder. A lot of people tend to surrender if they drop like 2 units even, or even 1 if it's their main carry unit or whatever. So there's that. But anyways, enough stalling, I guess. It's time to talk about Leaf. So he has a bundle of things. I'm not gonna go too much into his skills. Because I also kind of don't remember. I think he has attack, res, push 4, which is kind of interesting. He has S-Drink, like the first Leaf that dropped in this game, which is kind of interesting, and Defense Smoke, I believe. And he's a Cav Archer. And of course he's a pair-up Water Legendary hero, because it was only about time that would happen. So now we have, do we have a wind pair up? Yes, we do. We have Elwood. So now we have at least one for each blessing. So that's something. But his bow, being an Archer Cav, is kind of like, if you know Sword Reinhardt's weapon, or like Keaton's weapon, allows him to double both phases, which is pretty decent. It's 9 might, so it's not too shabby. And I believe the effect is when he's in a player's hands, player's control, so not the AI. When he initiates combat, he basically gets an impact effect where the enemy cannot make a follow-up attack, but of course you can meme that using like quick riposte and whatnot, and his base speed is not amazing. We did see his stats because the Intelligent Systems decided to show a video of showcasing his skills and such, so we kind of already know his stats. He has 156 BST, so not too shabby. Looks like, I believe he has 38 base attack, which is pretty good. Expecting an attack super boon out of him. Would be surprised if he didn't. But, I don't know, I just stuttered there. Feels bad, man. But yeah, overall, he's going to be a decent unit. Of course, he's limited to the fact he's a pair-up legendary hero, so he can't abuse blessings for more stats and whatnot. And of course, for like Ether Raids usage, it's harder to use them because for scoring purposes, you can only use them during water season. But he'll be good for like PvE content and whatnot. So, and of course, even though he has pretty mad base speed, I believe it's like with his bow, which gives -5 speed, he either has, I forget now, it's either 17 or 19. But of course, with memes, you can go pretty quick, so I'm sure some people will do it. You could even run something like if you don't want to run the generic Desperation for a quad build, you could even do something like a lull speed defense or whatnot, and get some mileage out of that as well. But I mean, there's only so many things you can do with archers in the game that it's just kind of like, he's decent. But I think the biggest thing people are talking about, other than his weapon, is of course his special, which I don't remember the name of course, because I'm brain dead. And so it's a 3 cooldown Gale Force, which is pretty cool because he's the first ranged unit with Gale Force. I'm not expecting Intelligent Systems to release inheritable ranged Gale Force anytime soon, because that would be a little too broken for some units. So in the meantime, we just have this. But the drawback to it is if he initiates combat with it, he gets the Gale Force effect when it's charged up, of course. But he gets the gravity effect inflicted on him and his pair-up ally, which is a minor thing to note if you're using him as a pair-up legendary hero. But honestly, people are like, you can use Harsh Command Plus or like Restore to get rid of it. All that's true and all, but I honestly don't think it's too big of a drawback. If anything, it's just nice having Gale Force as an option on a ranged unit, especially a ranged cav unit. Because if you're using like a hidden run strategy, say in Ether Raids, and for some reason you're using him, maybe because he'll be a bonus unit probably in Ether Raids pretty soon, then you can attack a unit, proc that 3 cooldown Gale Force, which if you use S-Drink it will be 2 cooldown, so that's pretty good. And then you can, even though you have the gravity effect, you can move 1 tile back and then get Dance and like repo out or whatever. So that gives you a better run option in the hidden run strategy for a ranged cav. So that's something. And of course, you can also use him in a Gale Force team comp to take out as like cleanup if you have like Wings of Mercy or whatnot. So it doesn't really matter too much there if he only has the gravity effect, because generally speaking in say Ether Raids, the units are going to generally speaking be pretty clustered near each other within like one space, so it almost doesn't matter in that respect. But Yeah, we'll see what happens. He'll be decent, and I'll have problems trying to face tank him with Nino, but that's not what I wanted to do. Because her base defense is not amazing, but the legendary hero battle is coming around pretty soon. It'll be the reset after this upcoming one, so we'll see what kind of memes we'll pull off in that one. But until then, thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye!